so ashamed of her breasts that she lets a Machiavellian psychopath cut them off.
How dare you!
Because I was not a member of the IRA.
Get a couple of dozen of your mates and go down to that Buckingham Palace and kill the old bag.
Big Mike il capo.
Gran Mikey el jefe.
ビッグマイクとチーフ、ミッマイและหัวหน้า
Funny.
Big Mike and the Chief.
Chief.
Hey, yeah.
Ah.
How are we? We're both sick.
Oh, my God.
Sick as dogs.
We're both like two men that got dragged off the coffin ships.
Yeah.
Big Jesus.
Coffin is in... Because you're coughing.
That's absolutely right.
Is that what you were implying when you said coffin ship?
Well, do you know what I thought? I wasn't implying that, but it's right there.
Yeah, it is right there.
It's right there
I
in the
thought
surface.
that was very clever by you.
Never, if there's ever a doubt between was it clever or accidental, just always assume it was accidental. I have no time for the clever or the smart. But I was thinking, because last night I was up coughing and chesty old cough lying on my side in bed. So I was like, an old dying cow.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Henry Monk was clawing at your door.
Henry Monk was trying to scoop my eyeballs out with his electric spoon.
Yeah.
No, but sure. So I was like an old dying dog.
Yeah.
And
Dianetics.
Sure, I said Dianetics. Yeah. Elron cupboard. But I said to myself, Jesus, I said, sure, no one's been this sick since the fucking Black Plague.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it felt like I had foot and mouth or something. Do you know what I mean? Like that I was, or some disease from that time, that the black lung. The
black lung, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever get foot and mouth growing up on the farm?
Well, I often got a suck of a foot and a kiss on the mouth.
Right. From who?
Huh?
From who?
None of your business.
Okay, I thought as much. Well, I don't know if you made me sick or if I made you sick.
Jesus Christ. Even the mention is sick as me
fucking Splutter Island.
Splutter Island.
Yeah, there we go. But the
twist at the end is that I'm retarded.
Yeah, that's the real illness. But I think I might have gotten sick from my parents, and then and then when we did the first pod.
Are you talking about physical health now or your mental
health? Both, I think.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about this, right?
Yeah.
With my dad. You know the Seamus Heaney poem? Is it Seamus Heaney? They fuck you up, your mom and dad. They may not mean to, but they do. Something.
It wouldn't be, Heaney wouldn't say that, would
No.
he? No.
Maybe it's
that sounds like some emo. That's
Peterson.
like Marilyn Manson or something.
No. It was Irish, very prolific, esteemed, respected.
Yates.
It wasn't Yates, no.
Yates wouldn't say that about his parents.
Maybe it was Jedward, I don't know, but
it was
it was something.
Jedward.
Basically, the gist of the poem.
Keith Duffy.
It was Keith Duffy, yeah, right. It was, yeah. It was Pat Kenny, and it was something like that. Your parents fuck you up,
yeah,
and then when you have kids, you'll fuck them up, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
So
who the fuck wrote what stating the obvious idiot wrote that?
Well, I remember hearing that in high school and thinking like,
high school? Where the fuck where were you in Los Angeles?
Yeah, I was in class with Zac Efron.
Yeah,
we had a musical. But I remember hearing that in school and I was like, that's genius, you know. But, but like you're easily impressed back then. But I
just said this is the dumbest pun of all time. But I was just reading in my book about the fucking
what book?
This book called We Don't Know Ourselves. It's about the history of Ireland from 1958.
Right.
It's unreal by this fella Fintan O'Toole. He'd be from around your neck of the woods.
Right.
He's gay.
I was just about to say.
No, he's
he hangs around Phoenix Park.
Yeah. He would have been in the bushes whistling at George Michael. Maybe come before you go. But no, but he in the book anyway, it's just going through the whole place about the whole time about like up in the north, the dirty protests, you know.
Oh, Bobby Sands, yeah.
Well, Bobby now then came in and said he refused to eat an old sandwich, and sure there was a big hoopla. But but the dirty protests, they were just shit and piss and fucking rotten everywhere. I just thought it was a fucking high school Poosical.
Yeah.
Was it worth that?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Well, it's worth it for the dirty protest, because I do that at home, but it's for no political reason.
For no political reason.
It's just for the crack.
Love of the game.
Yeah.
But what's funny is they did that. So they did the dirty they did the dirty protest. Sure, my mind is gone. I was up all night coughing like a dog.
Yeah.
But coughing up fucking bad memories, coughing up fucking regrets.
Yeah.
All over the bed.
Ooh.
But so they do the dirty protest anyway. Shite, piss, blood everywhere. So then anyway, there was women in an Armagh prison. And then and the male one, everyone was like supporting them, and they were like, these are inhumane conditions, and it drummed up all this interest for that. And then the women did a dirty protest as well, but because they're women, like there's like period blood and everything else. And
my God.
Everyone in the public was just like, gross!
Oh,
and
just flinging tampons at the fucking...
absolutely. But
the security people.
But no one got behind them. Everyone was like,
yeah.
hey, would you fuck's sake, clean that up.
It's poo or nothing.
Yeah.
Should I get off the pod?
You dirty bitches. You're so rotten.
I didn't know there was a female dirty protest.
You wouldn't know because everyone just kept. They were like, don't fucking bring that up.
Yeah.
And they got told by the IRA high command, "How would you fucking
fuck off?"
Would you clean yourselves up?
It's kind of almost like the whole thing with like male sports and female sports. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That there's like people don't show much interest.
Talking to that there now, just.
Oh, do we lose?
No,
Am I
we
a bit
didn't.
low?
But you're just a bit low. Let me give you.
I am low. I'm always low.
Hey, you
That's why I'm
dirty
on the
idiot! I'm giving you a little.
sweeties.
There, you got a bit. Go on.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just like people are always more interested. It's like the male and female sports thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More people tune in to watch men's sports.
And more people tune in to watch men shit themselves and fuck the shit
at the wall. Yeah,
and they'd be writing little messages in Irish in the shite, like they'd be like, poke my hole,
yeah,
kiss my arse.
Oh, I don't want to be going anywhere near their holes. But I had this thought the other day about because I was doing some research and I was thinking, people are always like about the trans women playing in female sports.
Yeah.
I was thinking like it's a bloody good thing.
It's a bloody brilliant
thing. Because I think more people would tune in to watch, Huh. If they knew that there was like... Because I think more people tuned in to watch the bloody, whatever, swim meet happened when Leah Thomas. Like, it's going to bring more eyeballs to female sports.
She's so fucking fast.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. She was leading them other fucking Snorlaxes in the dust.
What's Snorlax from again?
Huh?
What's Snorlax from?
He's that lazy Pokemon who's just...
Oh, right, yeah.
He's the laziest cartoon character that ever lived.
Yeah.
Snorlax. His main power was he'd go for a nap. Just loved sleeping. I don't even know why he was there.
That speaks to me, man.
Asleep all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, I think people would tune in, but it would be for all the wrong reasons. Like,
yeah,
it wouldn't be like, let's support. More like, I gotta see this.
Well, why not? But sure,
yeah.
Whatever way you get people there, I'd say let them into the women's sports because that's great because it's like it's just a complete show of male domination. Yeah, we win the men's sport and we win the fucking women's sports as well. We win everything. Do you know what I mean? Sick.
Yeah.
Like it's a big win for Team Biological Man.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Biological, I said. So
cisgendered.
You can fuck off.
Yeah.
But
sister,
Tia and Tamara. Sure. But that's the thing as well, is like that then it is good crack like that, like the women who transition into men, they get there's never a word about them in men's sports.
No.
They just get fucking
they get swept under the
they get
the rug a little bit.
Kicked from pillar to post. They went into men's rugby, they'd be used as the ball.
Yeah.
They'd be fucking drop kicked over Twickenham.
Drop kick Murphy.
Yeah.
But and as well, like I heard this other guy on something or other being like, he was like, some perverted men are going to take advantage of the trans movement to put on wigs and dresses and go into the women's changing rooms to perv on them.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, don't knock it till you try it. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure, that's a bit... Can men not have a bit of fun?
Men just want to have fun. Oh, boys just want to have fun.
That's all we really want.
Oh, no, Jesus.
I tell you, though, because you were saying... Because obviously there's a very vocal... I don't know if you'd say he's vocally anti... women or like he's got a bee in his bonnet anyway. Is bloody old Joey Barton.
Oh, Joey Barton.
Barton Fink.
Right.
Hold on there. Now you keep talking.
Joey Barton, for the uninitiated, for the layman, Retired professional footballer. Played for Man City and some other teams, some other shit teams. I don't know.
Yeah,
but he played for Man City back when they were
played for
shit.
Man City. He played for Bohemians. And,
yeah, and he's probably one of the most violent players in Premier League history, in English football history.
Yeah, he'd be always hitting lads. He'd be
kneeing people, flicking them in the balls, giving them wet willies.
That's right.
He was a nightmare.
He flushed Alex Ferguson's head down at Tyler.
Yeah.
He was trying to fight the corner flag there a few times.
Just bad news. Bad news. His brother is serving a life sentence in prison for a racially motivated murder.
Yeah.
So that just gives you an idea of the cloth from which he is cut.
He didn't nick it off a bush, as they say.
Exactly. And so now he's a scumbag. He has the domestic abuse charges. He's a dirty, rotten toe rag.
Yes.
And now he's like being seen as like this voice of reason by he has 2.7 million followers on Twitter, which is absolutely bananas.
Yeah.
And he's on Twitter and he's speaking about like Nietzsche and fucking
he's bringing up Nietzsche, is he?
George Orwell.
Oh god.
And like people are fond of this guy. And now he's come out and he has some controversies. Now he's come out and he's shitting on female TV pundits.
Oh, I thought you were going to say female sex workers.
No.
He was shitting on them.
Yeah, I would like to see videos of that. But so he's shitting on pundits and he's shitting on the female, like the soccer teams or whatever, Socrates, and he's the Greek god of football, I think, was he?
He was,
Socrates.
yeah.
And so and then he has all these controversies. So the first thing, one of his biggest controversies was he compared a Bristol Rovers performance to the Holocaust.
What? Hey now.
Now I don't know how many Jews died within that 90 minutes, but it certainly wasn't 6 million. And then the other thing was there's these two women that are hired by Sky Sports.
Yeah.
Apparently they've had a couple of snafus.
Yeah.
Hey, Thompson, who's that? Hey, what's going on? Alex. Handsome Alex.
You're all right, lad.
You want to come in?
Yeah, just run through it. Just stay in the kitchen.
What's in the bag?
Yeah.
Got some berries.
Good man.
The kiwi.
He's been wild berry picking. You're all right.
No, you're all right.
Good man, Lesh.
Twigs in his hair.
Yeah. That'll be a friend of Tommy Crotton now.
Absolutely.
But
yeah. And then he compared these two female Sky Sports presenters to Fred and Rose West. Is that their name? Yeah, and they were like two serial killers.
Okay.
So like they're the Fred and Rose West of football commentary.
And is that because he believes that they're in some way like killing or destroying the artistry that is punditry?
Yeah.
The art is punditry.
Basically, yeah. And but like he's on trigonometry, which we've already said is just two fucking nerds who it's absolutely outrageous. Like
two of the biggest virgins that have ever lived.
Absolutely. And it's just funny because he's like treated as like this like serious, I guess,
truth teller.
Truth to power. It's just like I saw him on
truth to sour. The man's bitter.
Yes, like he's been on like these political debate shows or whatever.
Yeah.
And he compared UKIP to like he's just said like, oh, it'd be like if you're on a night out and then you're dying to get laid, and then as the club was closing there was just 6 ugly girls and you basically had to pick the least ugly of all of them, and he said that on like a panel show.
Right.
Yeah. And there was this woman, like all these people in suits and stuff, and he's there in a fucking, you know what I mean, like a
kimono,
fucking what you call those Fred Perry fucking polo shirts or whatever.
Yeah.
And one of the women on the panel gets very pissed off, and then she says, it's true that they say about football is that their brains are in their feet. Have you ever heard that expression before? Yeah.
She says to him.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Which I think is true, because I don't think there's many footballers now who
well, no, most
have
of the
PhDs and
most of them, like, they wouldn't be ambi turners even. They're not even able to turn in both directions. They need someone that kind of a care that comes around.
What's an ambi turner?
I believe a very famous male model called Derek Zoolander was not an ambi turner. He was not able to turn left.
Oh,
so he would have to turn. And a lot of retired footballers, that happens to them after, because of the amount of movement they've done on the pitch, whatever way, they're now only able to turn one way.
Right.
So they need to have like carers and so. So you'll see a lot of them around London. If you go into central London, you'll see kind of a lot of like former pro footballers kind of hanging around with pigeons in the middle of kind of Piccadilly Circus.
Right, okay.
Kind of like
people throwing bread at them and stuff.
People be throwing bread to feed them, and they can only really turn one direction. And and then they're all like kind of saying things like Barton, they're like, women shouldn't be on the pun, and then you throw them bread, that will shut them up for a minute.
Yeah.
But Barton certainly,
Barton thinks.
I suppose he's an exception because he seems to be one of the sharpest men in the media right now.
I mean,
so she says to him, "Your brains are in your feet."
Yeah, your brains are in your feet. Yeah,
and he said, "My foot will be up your arse."
Exactly.
Now.
I think he kind of. I think he wanted to like hit her a slap, but he was on live TV, so he couldn't.
Right.
But I think he just
spat at her.
He just spat at her. Yeah, typical Barton. And but yeah, I just thought it was fun. Like I watched it just because like I know this
Postman
is going to be
spat.
Yeah, and I just watched it because I was like, I'm not going to be getting like I'm not here, but like I want to listen to this, this new age thinker. I just wanted like
more like new age tinker.
Yes, absolutely. He is a tinker, tailor, soldier, spy.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it was just funny. Like this, like it's just he's a grifter. Like he's just like I've retired from football.
Yeah.
So now I've found this space that I can capitalize on.
And also like he's not enough. He doesn't understand enough of the rules of football probably to be an actual pundit.
No.
He doesn't understand the offside rule.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really. He doesn't understand how much time is in each half. He doesn't understand half time. You see him even when he used to play. When half time would get called, he'd get very confused. And they'd have to give him like a few little treats to just kind of keep him a few Jaffa cakes to keep him occupied before the second half. He got very scared.
Yeah.
But so he thinks female pundits. So he accused them of Fred and Rose.
The Fred and Rose West of who were a couple that killed multiple teenage girls in the
right.
That's a big allegation to be thrown up. I don't know if these women have killed teenage girls. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. But we
can't rule it out.
We can't rule it out. I mean,
as much of a maverick as Barton is, we may have to. We'll have to look into that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
and then obviously he goes into then you can just it's so pretty. He's like, oh yeah, the whole thing about biological males competing in female sports, and it's so funny because then at one point he's just like I mean, what's stopping me? As like he said this. He goes, if I didn't have kids, this is true. He said, if I didn't have kids, I would transition to being a woman and then start playing in women's football just to destroy them. And this is a man who has domestic abuse charges.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
I think women's football will become the most watched sport in the world
if Joey Barton started playing in
Joey Barton, but also Joey's like nearly 48-year-old Joey Barton. Like transitions into a woman, and starts trying to play up front for Aston Villa, in the women's league.
It'd be so fucking funny.
It would be great.
Yeah.
I would reckon that he'd be sent off within the first.
It'd be the first murder in English football, like 100%.
Yeah, because he would a mixture of like his horniness and his violence would. Do you know what I mean?
It's a bad combination.
It's a bad combination.
Sex and violence.
Especially
on a football pitch. I mean, there's children watching,
I mean, he couldn't help himself even against the men. That's how horny he was.
He's
straight, but he's still trying to bite at lads and rub up against lads.
So, and then there's a discussion. I just thought it was interesting because then they talk about the female. It was almost like a suggestion that women should stay in women's football. And then men, when it comes to commentating, and all this stuff, and I just got thinking, like, would we ever see like a female manager of one of the men's English Premier League teams?
What I would like, and I think would be good for ratings, if you had just porn stars managing. Do you know what I mean? Had Mia Khalifa or like Lisa Ann or one of these, just literally knocking on them, just being like, pass it.
Yeah.
Pass it now and I'll suck your cock.
She's just like, if you score a goal, you can titty fuck me.
You
know how motivated the players would be.
Yeah. But imagine as soon as they score, Haaland has equalised for City, and it's just him just running over to the sideline, and like Lisa Ann has her legs in the air, and Haaland just literally slides in to start
head first.
Head first to start eating. And she's like, suck my fucking pussy now.
He runs over and he gets the corner flag, and he's like,
and he's just putting it into his gloves. She's like, oh my god, you fucking Norwegian stud, fuck me, oh my god, fuck me. Lisa Ann has masterminded another victory.
And then they have to cancel the rest of the match because the pitch would just be flooded.
The pitch was flooded. The vaginal juices have flooded the pitch.
Flowing. But yeah, that'd be funny. It could be like George Bush was like president, but then Dick Cheney was kind of, the brains of the operation.
That's right.
So you could just have like Margot Robbie manage Man United.
Yeah.
But then just have like, I don't know.
She'd be too dignified though, because Margot.
I think so.
Yeah, she'd be like, "Come on, we've got to do great." She's like Australian and a good actress, and she'd be like, "This is really fun, guys." No, we need like. Just,
you need a headbang.
We need Jordan, like
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj, just fucking super bass. I got that super. And
What the fuck is that?
She's fucking.
Is that Nicki
super bass?
No,
Remember that song?
Oh yeah, super bass. That's not.
I didn't sing it well.
No, you did not.
I didn't do a good rendition. I'm no Minaj.
You were having a fucking.
I'm no little.
You're having a seizure over there.
I'm not a little lady black rapper. I can't carry it off.
Nicki Minaj et toi.
No, there's limits to my impressions, but I just think that would be gas. Like at least and something like that. And then like if a fucking another player was like going through on goal in the other team. Like you'd have like Lisa Anna, one of the porn stars, just being like, "I fucking look over here, my fucking cunt. You want to look at my juicy cunt right now? Fucking come on, I'm so fucking wet for you right now."
Trying to distract the other team.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. And your man just balloons it into the fucking sand, and he's over fucking pants around the ankles.
Yeah. Be the first time when the opposition scores, they go and celebrate with the manager of the other team. He scores and he goes over to. Oh, you're dying over there.
Oh
God, it's fine that I'm already sick.
I've got the black lung.
Cough straight into my face.
Oh Jesus, no! I don't have long to live. I feel like I've like a real like an 1800s disease. Do you know like some sort of like some sort of thing that like children got like polio or AIDS.
Yes.
Or something
kids
that
were notorious for getting AIDS.
Young Timmy has got
staphylococcus.
Yes, he's got staphylococcus. he's got knee and gum disease.
He was taken by the winter.
He was taken by the winter. So innocent he was. He didn't even complain.
He was just a boy.
He was just a boy, but he said to me, "Mama," he said, "when will it be summer?"
Will I see summer again?
I said, "Of course, Timmy, of course. There'll be horses and flowers and sweeties," and then he died and shot himself as he did.
No one ever mentions that with the children dying in these movies when it's like, and little Timmy passed away. See, he shot himself. They all shit themselves. You shit yourself when you die. Oh, give us the truth or don't tell us at all.
Because your body relaxes.
Huh?
Because your body just relaxes.
Yeah, well, I don't know why you do it. I don't know if it's a kind of a last kind of fuck you
last
from your
hurrah.
body to earth. Of like, take a bit of this.
You know the way when Elvis died on the toilet?
Yeah.
Did they have to wipe his arse before they...
Before they what?
I don't know, fucking put him in a nice tin of fruit and put him in his coffin, like.
Made little Elvis tart out of him.
Yeah.
Sure they would. You have to do it with it. I mean, it's not just Elvis. I mean, you don't, just because you're fucking Jimmy Hennessy that lives down in South Tipperary doesn't mean you don't deserve a clean arse.
Yeah. No, that's true.
But Elvis was on the toilet, so it was kind of, he was as well placed as he could be for death.
I think that's where I'm going to die.
Huh?
I'm going to die on the toilet.
I tell you, I've taken some shits that I think both of us can't come out of this
alive.
No way.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
No way.
I took a shit the other day. I don't know if this has ever happened to you.
Yeah.
I took a shit. It was so big. I was just knackered for the rest of the day. I had to like cancel spots and everything. Just lie on the bed with a cold cloth on my forehead.
Just like dying Timmy.
Will I ever see the summer, Hamish?
Will I make it to the spring, Hamish?
Will I ever see the lambs again, Hamish?
Will I hear the birds sing again? He was, of course you will, Chief.
But I was fucked.
Yeah.
I had to like crawl off the toilet back into my bed. And it wasn't even like a sick shit. It wasn't like diarrhea. It was just a normal shit. I felt fine. But it was just, it just took it out of me.
Yeah.
Literally. And I had to just lie in bed for like 3 hours to recover from it. Like,
Jesus.
It was insane.
My poor Chief.
Yeah, I was there drinking fucking, to drink like electrolytes and everything to just fucking, I was doing smelling salts and everything just to wake up. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Poor old Chief. Imagine you got brought to the A&E. What's happened? Just a massive dump, and you're just
I don't know if I'll see my mother again. I'd like to give her this letter.
Yeah, I'm just delirious.
Sketch picture of your cock.
Just give her this for me, please.
Tell my mother I love her.
Yeah, I'm just imagining you just lying there. Do you know that thing where people like saw it in the movies where people go and they like put your eyelids down with their fingers, so they go over like when you're dead, and he's just like, it's always that moment of just like, is he gone? And just, he's gone, and then they go like that. But like just like someone going like that, and you're just going like, what are you doing? I'm still like, you know, just
yeah.
Hey, don't do that.
What do you do if someone dies that, but they're wearing glasses?
Huh?
They're wearing glasses. If someone dies and they're wearing glasses, you know,
just
they're like,
fuck them in the ass. You have to shag them.
but then you have to take off the glasses and then go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Just, and then,
yeah.
But I was thinking there, a phrase that I said earlier on. This is possibly a bigger waste of time than high school Poosical.
Yeah.
But
no, go back and do it.
Please, if everyone could call the dirty protests in Northern Ireland during the late 70s, early 80s high school Poosical.
They should do a dirty protest the musical.
Huh?
They should do Dirty Protest the musical.
100%
on the West End,
and throw shit at people in the audience. Yeah, that would be so fun. And like, just
everyone's there like wearing ponchos like you do when you're at like a water park. Like,
yeah. And just everyone just like, just wonderful. Just
yeah,
that's for you.
Yeah,
you English, you Protestant bastard. There's a fucking hot load of my shite, and just. This is a wonderful...
Straight into some proddy's face in the front row.
5 stars. I got the shite right in my mouth.
Magnificent.
Oh
my God.
Visceral, it was real, it was wonderful.
Paul Mescal's in it, Andrew Scott. They win a Laurence Olivier Award for it.
Jesus, Brendan Gleeson would do some shite, I'd say. I'd say he'd do, like, it'd be Tsunami.
Yeah.
You know?
There would be fucking...
Mother of God.
Yeah, 5 brown stars in the Irish Times.
Yeah,
but that was terrible. That was absolutely.
Listen,
was
after
the
high
worst
school
thing.
Poosical,
it's only up from there. It's the only way.
You can say anything, and it's going to go down the storm.
But I would. You going to say something?
Well, this was the thing I was going to say, because I said the phrase there earlier, which everyone's always like, "Oh, he didn't lick it off a bush." And I said the only time that someone could have said the opposite is if a lady, was making love with George W. Bush, and he ejaculated onto his belly, and then she licked it off, and then she's like, "I did lick it off a bush."
She did lick it off a bush.
She did lick it off a bush.
Or
how
else,
about that?
How about that? Or if you eat out a woman, and then you get gonorrhea or chlamydia.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
Oh yeah, and it's like I lick it off.
I actually did lick it off a bush.
I licked it straight off a bush.
Licked it off my father's bush. If you ate out your mother, what do you think is what?
How do you think I got this cough?
That's what I was gonna say. Your mother's vagina had a dirty cough, but
No,
and then you could be
Tommy
like,
Crotton's sister out for a date.
"Oh, nice, okay."
Yeah.
You took her hands in marriage.
I took her hands in marriage. Let me tell you,
woodlouse.
Going down on a woodlouse is a nasty task.
Yeah, your woodlouse spouse.
Huh?
Wood spouse.
My wood spouse. Yeah.
Oh my God. Is that good?
Hey, as far as I can see from my delirious ill head, that's as good as it gets.
My head is like a bag of fucking washing. I can't.
Jesus,
Speaking of which, I was at my friend's 30th, right? And
a mate
of mine back in Orleans, mate. The Ken was flowing. The bag was on tick. It was great.
We sailed over on a sea of Chang.
Oh my
Ahoy,
God.
mateys.
Absolutely.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard the Queen Chang.
Yeah, the HSS Chang. And then my friend came up to me, and a very good friend of mine. I've known him since I was 16. He's good skin. I love him very much. He approached me.
Good skin as in
good skin,
clear still kind of thing, or he's a good lad?
Good skin. He was white. And hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. And, come on now. And
what you
what you're doing?
No.
Oh, the English should have defeated you. But he came over to me, and he was like coked out of his head, like he's like,
yes.
And he comes over to me. He's like, he always comes out with mad shit when he's on coke, right?
Right.
And he's just after coming back from Turkey. He got a hair transplant, right?
Yeah.
So he's looking a bit mad, and he comes over to me. He's like, "Can I talk to you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." And he goes,
"May I have a word with you, Chief?"
"Yeah, I have a word podcast." And
may I bend your ear, Chief?
And he comes over and he goes, so I want to talk to you about something. He's like, do you know you have like depression and stuff? And I'm like, we're at my mate's 30th birthday, you know.
Where are you going with
Where
this,
are you
comrade?
going with this? And then I'm like, yeah. And he goes, well, like, you know, like, just like next time you're feeling down, like, I just want you to think about this. Like, I had to go to Turkey to get and spend $4,000 to get the hairline that you have naturally. And he was like, do you know what I'm saying? And I was like, not really. Like, I think I know what you're saying, but you're gonna have to spell it. Basically, what he was saying was, next time you're feeling low, don't call your therapist, don't take antidepressants, don't meditate. Just remember that you have a sick hairline.
Look in the mirror and meditate on the fact that your hairline is not retreated, Chief.
Yeah, I mean, it is fantastic.
If you're ever feeling glum, Chief, remember one thing. You've got the mane of a lion, the heart of a sow, and the cock
and the cack of a baby.
Yeah, and the cock of a child.
But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I think I would take having a good head of hair over good mental health.
Well, the thing is, mental health. There's pills for that.
It comes and goes.
You can cold plunge. It's up, it's down.
Yeah.
Hairline's forever, bro.
It is forever.
Even when you're dead, rotten in your grave.
Yeah.
And it's only an old rotten old mouldy chief skull.
Yeah.
It'll be clung to by the red mane of Christ himself.
Yeah. I mean, it's but it just goes to show you, like, I guess it's like could you minimize depression anymore? Do you know what I mean?
But listen, you have to understand, this man was
on coke.
His blood was more Chang than blood.
That's true.
He was 90% Chang. The other 10 was cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. So yeah, Chang and Charlie was flowing through his. And Chang and Charlie, they're like two cops. Chang and Charlie. One fella's addicted to booze, the other fella's addicted to coke.
Yeah.
But they're the best cops in New York.
Absolutely. But I think, like, what he was saying to you there, and I think that the more inebriated people are, the more they do appreciate a nice mop of hair.
Nice mop of hair. But I'll let you finish. My thing is that I think it's like thought when sober, said when drunk. That's something that I think.
About hair?
No, just in general.
Well, say that
when people come out with mad shit when they've been drinking, and I was like, he's just drunk. I think that's like, it's a thought when sober, said when drunk.
Yeah, well, he's been mulling over it. He's been sleepless weeks, nights. Yeah. He's been ruminating.
Waiting for his chance to...
Ruminating over the
enlighten me.
The thick, fiery follicles of the chief. But you do have a lovely head of hair.
I do. It's the only thing I have going for me.
You've got a great head of hair. I mean, I think you are a handsome man. If you weren't kind of, you know, like, you don't kind of decorate yourself.
No.
You don't present your handsomeness in the best way possible.
I don't. I mean,
but I think, you know, like, you're getting more and more like Onslow from Keeping Up Appearances.
Snorlax.
You're not far off a Snorlax. I tell you that for a fact. Holy God. You would, if you're ever out of a bit of work, see if you can get into fucking Pokemon musical as Snorlax. Just fucking get a job lying on the stage.
Oh God, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Give it to me.
Yeah, no, there's a bit of the Les Battersby's about you.
Yeah.
But if we did like a real glow up on you now,
I need to go on Queer Eye.
If you went on Queer Eye and they did like a real, because you've like movie star hair.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You can't stop touching yourself. You can't stop touching your own hair.
Yeah.
You're besotted with yourself.
Well, like I said, it's all I have going for me. You know what I mean? Like, my teeth are fucked. I can't grow a beard. I'm vaguely out of shape and pudgy. Small penis.
You've gotten pudgier now lately.
I have, yeah.
I've been looking at you and I say, there's a man who hasn't turned down a biscuit in a while.
Yeah, I mean, that hurt. But
there's a man who, like, Oreo's profit graph has spiked over the last couple of months.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, every day I eat cookies that are like this big.
Yeah.
And it's the best.
Yeah.
And it's probably why I have shits that render me unconscious for hours.
Yeah.
At a time.
Shits that cause you to wake up in the 1700s.
Absolutely, yeah. I wake up as
a stable boy in like Cromwell's England.
Yeah, I would have been I would have been very useful during the dirty protest now.
Jesus, lad, sure, it'd be hard. Like to throw that shit off the wall would have been tough. You would have needed a JCB.
Absolutely, yeah. Or it just wouldn't. It was so solid that it wouldn't even rub into the wall. You know.
Yeah.
It would just be like rolling like a roller pin up against the wall. Like it's just so solid. Like I could take a shit and beat someone over the head with it and kill them.
Yes.
100%. Which would be terrible because there'd be DNA everywhere. But
so you could have been your own weapons manufacturer.
Absolutely.
Long cash.
My arse is the military industrial complex. Oh, complex because I'm gay.
And do you think that those fellas now and in their dirty protest, if they got maybe a nice solid shite that they might then kind of make a little face on it, kind of like Wilson and Castaway, and it might be their friend.
Oh yeah, possibly. Or they could like. But see, if I was in the dirty protest now, my shits are so... Oh, the cameras after dying!
Fucking 35 minutes.
Oh, yeah, dirty.
I wouldn't mind it. It's say going yesterday.
Bastards.
Right, well, should we... Five
One of our listeners is...
Kim Glynn.
Kim Glynn. Sorry, Kim.
Yeah.
She's like, when are you going to fix the camera? And I'm like, I don't know, that's Mike's thing. So DM Mike and give him some abuse.
I didn't foresee this because yesterday the camera lasted because I had it on that charger thing. I just don't know, but look, I'm gonna sort it out.
Yeah,
and
it's still 35 minutes of looking.
You got 35 minutes at gold, would you? Fuck off.
Absolute nightmares. But the thing with I just have this thing where just like people have this video here that's like, I'll just play the audio of it because it's fucking so funny, because it's just like about people misunderstanding mental health, that people just have never had mental health issues. And they're kind of like, so anyway, one of my friends sent me this, right? And he's one of these like alpha male, like into like mad into Joe Rogan and like that Andrew Huberman guy, and takes ice baths and fucking whatever. So he sends me this. I don't know if this is the most offensive thing you could possibly send to someone who has mental health problems, but I'll just play this.
How can you choose to be sad and depressed when you possess a fully able body and mind? All of the ancient Stoics agreed that it is your perspective that shapes your mental and emotional state. If you perceive your life as a blessing, if you perceive your time, energy, and health as a blessing, there is little place for sadness or depression, as they will be defeated by gratitude. Therefore, choose to view your health and power not as givens, but as gifts, because by shifting our perspective, we can transform our emotional reality. This is the way of Stoic mind mastery.
He sent you that? He didn't send you that.
He sent me that, yeah. Just like, there you go.
You should have sent him back a picture of your shite.
I mean, isn't that the most condescending?
Yeah.
Fucking... Well... Like, imagine in the midst of your breakdown at the start of last year, someone just sent you that.
Yeah. I'd never... Oh! Because it's kind of like the solution to bad mental health is have good mental health.
Yeah. But it's basically saying, it's like saying being gay is a choice. It's basically saying the great Stoics. Well, hang on a second. The great Stoics also fucked young boys.
Yeah.
And whatever else. And, like, I don't know. I just thought it was such a fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, it's so offensive.
It was a nasty little thing to send you.
Yeah, but he didn't send it to me like as he was genuinely thought he was being helpful.
Yeah. Have you ever considered being happy? Did that ever cross your mind? You miserable cunt.
I mean,
sad little
I watched
sack
that
of
video,
shit.
I was like, this actually hasn't crossed my mind to just decide to not be sad.
Yeah. I mean, this was like when I wasn't sleeping and my mother said just genuinely some of her advice. I couldn't sleep and she goes, maybe just try relaxing and dozing off. And I said, you mean sleeping?
The thing I can't do.
Do you mean your advice for me not sleeping is to sleep?
Yeah.
That'd be like if someone had like cancer and being like, maybe just don't have cancer.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Have you ever thought about not having cancer?
Yeah.
But I think the thing is, and I do enjoy this, and you see like people like Andrew Tate was like, well, I don't actually believe in depression, Piers.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that. I don't choose to feel that. And it's like, yeah, look, there's a percentage of the population that do not suffer from depression or anxiety and all these things. And, you know, and I've never gone through a period where they have, and fair play to them. But the idea that people think that it's not real because they don't go through it.
Yeah.
And that they're like, well, I'm actually able to choose to exercise every day and do all these things and actually keep my head right, da-da-da. I've had times where I exercise, meditate, take a cold shower, journal, and then I finish off and I still want to kill myself.
Yeah.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? It's like
Exactly.
These people. It's just. I think what it is like, it's showing a lack of. It's like people. Well, I had friends when I was growing up who were like, I just don't get people being gay. Like, how could you choose a dirty, hairy arse instead of a lovely wet vagina? And it's like,
Oh, no, I'm sick.
yeah. Jesus, that's after putting a bit of flu in you.
Woo!
But how could you pay? I don't get that. And I was like, yeah, but like, you don't. But you could imagine. Do you know the way like women are attracted to men?
Yeah.
Now just imagine then that's a man. That's like,
Yeah.
how? Did you also then think, I don't understand women?
Yeah.
How could they be? Why are they not all lesbians?
Yeah.
Why are they attracted to,
Yeah.
it's just the most, well, I don't feel it. So I can't conceive of anyone else having a different experience than me.
Because I can imagine in...
But we should find where that lad lives and get like bars of soap, put them in socks, and just like middle of the night, private pile.
Oh, he's a big guy. Yeah.
Is he?
He's a big guy.
Like kind of a Snorlax, a potential Snorlax
No,
character?
like he's a built,
like he's
jacked. Yeah, like he just believes in like squatting away depression. Do you know what I mean? Like there's nothing that a good deadlift can't fix. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Sure, I can imagine that
Apart
they
from his
probably
personality, but
yeah, it won't strengthen your brain.
Jesus.
But the
I will say, like, obviously, if you're like prone to depression and stuff, if you also on top of knowing you're prone to depression, abuse booze, eat bad food, don't exercise, do all this stuff, there is an element then of like, well, listen, you're doing absolutely nothing to help yourself here.
And I've met those people,
and so have I,
yeah.
And where it's like,
and they're like, I'm beyond help.
And it's just
get
like,
the fucking joint out of your hand, and your thumb out of your ass.
Yeah, because it's hard to go for a run, and it's hard not to booze because boozing is nice, you know what I mean. And it's easier to just be like, I'm Amy Winehouse or whatever, you know what I mean. I'm the next Amy Winehouse.
Oh.
I don't write any songs, but I'm kind of sad and sexy.
Yeah.
You know, fuck off. The Amy Winehouse doc, by the way, did you see the trailers for it? And it looks fucking
where it's like
awful.
the biopic.
Yeah, it looks. Biopics are. I thought I liked Maestro because it was just done with such detail and it was a passion project to your man. And it wasn't just some big pop culture icon. I didn't know who the fuck this cunt was.
Yeah.
But like, there's like a Bob Marley.
which is apparently muck.
It looks dog shit.
I think we got sick just from watching the trailer.
We have to get what was that thing that he refused?
Chemo.
He died. Huh?
He refused chemo.
He refused chemo, but he refused, like, they had to like amputate they're meant to amputate his leg or like
his dreadlocks.
Like, his dreadlocks.
And he was like, "You're not taking me dreadlocks, man.
Yeah, you're gonna die."
That's where the tunes come from.
Yeah, he's just shaking little melodies out of his dreadlocks.
I think he did have maracas hanging from his head at one point.
Yeah,
but that just looks terrible.
It looks, because the crowds look CGI'd in the trailer. Like, it just looks dog shit.
I want my music to change the world.
Yeah.
But like, in fairness, like, there's obviously people have said that are generational talents and do that. But imagine being in a pub with someone and some cunt being like, "I want my music to change the world."
Yeah.
You'd leave straight away. Like,
oh, you'd last him. You'd last the cunt. You'd be like, yeah.
You wouldn't be like, yeah, man.
That's right.
That's gonna happen. You know?
Oh no. I mean, yeah, it is interesting. I mean, it is such an Irish attitude. Like, if someone's like, "I want my music to change the world, man."
Yeah.
I would just fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just shut up.
Yeah.
So imagine Bono when he was like young. Like, the amount of people who just flushed his head down the toilet must have been unbelievable.
Yeah.
Or just gave him a big boot up the arse.
Yeah. My uncle was in a band with The Edge.
What?
Yeah, called Blue Flame.
Go away.
Yeah, and in my old house where I grew up, and my parents got divorced, and my childhood was destroyed. There is, in the garage where they used to rehearse.
Yeah.
There was Blue Flame, which is the gayest name I think I've ever heard for a band. Blue Flame.
Yeah.
And they on the wall of the garage, it said Blue Flame was like spray painted on the wall and their names and stuff. And The Edge was in the band, and then sure, he amounted to nothing. So.
To The Edge.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Ed Sheeran.
I'd say now, when The Edge came in one day and he was like, Yeah, I'm actually going to join this other band. Yeah, fuck off
fuck
then.
off. Let's go U2.
Yeah, see you
PU.
later. Yeah. More
What
like
do you think's
PU.
under the Edge's hat?
Huh?
What do you think's under the Edge's hat?
Some nasty ideas. Some really nasty ideas about like class.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he really believes like the people that are working class.
I think if he takes that
deserve
off,
to die.
it's just his exposed brain. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just his brain is showing. Like,
Yes.
I tell you at the time, I was with Oliver Moore, the young trans boy that we've had on the podcast.
Yes. More money, more problems.
Yeah. And I was walking to a gig, and we were walking down this quiet street.
Yes.
And we saw two people walking towards us, and me and him were just chatting. And it was Bono and The Edge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, woo! And I saw them. And they were like from afar, like from us to the lights.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, fuck. And then they were like, oh, just fucking keep it down. Like, 'cause, like usually they're surrounded by cops or like security or whatever.
Or they're on horses.
Yeah, they're on horseback or they're on their high horses.
Yeah.
And
they're paragliding.
yeah, they're high on the smell of their own farts. And I was like, oh, fucking Bono on the Edge.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, yeah. And I was like, I put out my fist and Bono fist bumped me.
Did he?
And then the Edge kept walking. I was like, you're not getting away without giving the fist bump. And I kind of went after him like,
Not
no.
so quickly.
I was like Superman. I was like this. And then he kind of like begrudgingly kind of turned around. I was like, fuck.
And gave you the fist
He
bump?
gave me a fist bump, yeah. And then Oliver Moore was like, who's that? I was like, it was fucking Bono on the Edge, you mad cunt. And yeah, that was.
Then you started singing In the Name of Love.
Yeah. In the name of love.
One more. In the name of love. Listen, lads. You're good little girdles. We love you all. I can't believe the camera's gone again. That will be fixed by next time.
Yeah.
This week was, we've been sick, we've been ill.
Oh God.
We had someone on that wouldn't let us release an episode.
That was a nightmare.
It was a whole fucking
Netanyahu.
ding dong. Benjamin Netanyahu didn't like how he came across. So, anyway, lads, we love you. We'll chat to you soon. Bye bye.